What's up, current and future disc golf addicts? Today I'm going to be taking along on a round at NSRA disc golf course in Sedro-Wolley, Washington. A course that I've previously played a few times on my channel as well. This is a course where I've never felt like I've put together a great round based on my expectations. So this is still a course that I come back to with higher expectations than other courses. Hole 1 put myself in good position there, and a new disc in my bag that I'm still testing out, this soft pyro, something that I can throw flat, always trust a fade, can fight a little bit of wind, and find that spot between my Justice and my Rock 3, but still under testing and I'm not sure exactly what to think yet. Hole 2, this is one where a common mistake that I've been having lately are these shots where I need to release on a touch of hyzer and end up releasing them flat and pulling them off to the right. Fortunately for me, not an island hole, meaning that only once you cross over that dirt path, then the long grass is OB. Everything short of it still in bounds, so getting away with one there. Hole 3, tricky par 4 with that OB right side the whole way, and the closer you are to that OB line, the more open of an upshot you will have. So I'm a little bit pinched off here, having to throw spike hyzer with that center tree being a Mando right, and I thought I threw it well, but it must have caught the backside of the tree, dropping me down. Unfortunately staying close there, even though I leaked my upshot a little high. Hole 4, 304 feet. I've said it before, but I'll say it again. Something I'm really trying to work on is throw these slower speed discs hard, rather than trying to throw a faster speed slow. This is just something that I've kind of tried practicing myself, and I find that I play better when I do. Powering down has always been something that I've struggled with, and so I really like that extra commitment that's being forced out of having to throw hard. Hole 4, nice hyzer there with my defender. Very lucky to actually end up splitting those bushes there. Hole 6, trying to throw a flex shot here with my Wraith. Pull it right side and end up bailing left. We'll get a look here. I have a great alleyway, but the grass itself is very sticky and grabby, so I actually end up throwing my defender about as hard as I could straight into the ground, knowing that it won't skip too far, but the harder I throw it, the better of a chance it has of skipping, and so that ended up working out great. Hole 17, if I'm not mistaken, my first forehand too of the round, or at least off the tee, and so forehand's always been a give and take, where if I warm it up properly, I'll have plenty of trust in it, but this was not one of those days where I had a chance to warm up, and so end up pulling it into the ground and putting that upshot close. Hole 8 always surprises me how much you need to turn it. Tried throwing my leopard there, but catching some of the branches up top. So just pitching up now. Tried giving it a half run with that bird there. But then we move on to hole 9, our island hole. So throwing a harp, this is one where you don't see the basket off the tee, so one you'd wish to try an ace run, but it looks like I came up just a touch short there, and unfortunately skipping off that mowed grass, but still had a gap to hit the basket. Hole 10, leaking a little bit too nose up there, not fully committed to that flex shot like I would have wanted. And this is where things start to get a little out of hand here with a little bit of a pull on that upshot, landing OB. So now we have a long putt. The nubs on the basket tried helping catch me, but my disc does unfortunately roll down to where I have a sidearm putt come back. If I'm not mistaken, that was a triple bogey. Moving us on to hole 11. 340 feet. I know I have to keep it low and really push it straight before I let it fade. But following on that same trend as before, just leaking that nose angle too high and not really getting through on it. So that's something that I've been working on a lot currently as I'm recording this commentary, where I slow down my movements and I feel like I have better control over that nose angle there. Really uncharacteristic miss there, making it early left, airballing it, not something that I do often there. Well, unfortunate with the lucky tip that I did get back onto the fairway towards the basket. Same disc on hole 13 here. A little bit of desperation, trying to give it a bid, and came up really close again. Just a few inches off from catching some chains. Hole 14, this has always been my mental block hole, and so not off to a great start there. Now we're pitching up a sidearm, trying to have it land flat, which it does not, and ends up rolling to the right. And this is where I stopped recording because I simply could not bring the camera along to where I actually ended up going, and a series of some of the worst rollaways that I have ever seen in my life, where I would have a gap, pitch forward, roll back 10-20 meters, and ultimately end up carding a 12 on hole 14 there, and all I could do was laugh at honestly how unlucky most of the pitch outs were out of the rough. But trying to make up for it here, throwing my defender on a spike hyzer, finding myself just inside of circle 1 there. And even though I took that 12, still back on track at least. And I finally committed on that backhand Anheuser line, really getting the full flight out of this wraith. And just a flat to hyzer harp here. Letting it settle in next to the basket. Recovering already birdie after that horrific hole earlier. Hole 17, this is one where throwing the same disc, trying to throw that exact same angle I threw on off the tee on 16, but didn't commit to it as much as I needed to. That Mando right always subconsciously makes it a much more difficult task for myself. Had a lane to pitch through, but end up almost going OB deep actually onto this gravel path, and right to left wind, lifting up my putter coming up that slope, not helping. Hole 18, this is one where, not one that I'm necessarily trying to go for birdie on, just trying to control my landing. End up catching some of those early bushes there, and so losing a lot of distance. One also, after we'd thrown the tee shots, that I learned for the first time that this tee is no longer actually in play, and so there is a new alternate tee on the right side of the bush line where you would normally walk down, in between hole 18 and hole 1's fairway, making it a lot safer of a shot as the park can be busy with other park goers. If you enjoyed what you saw, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.